Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh Sangat Ji. Yes, we are back. I know it's a long break, but we are back. The things are getting really excited, and Dr. Sahab, so we were talking about the situation in the hospital then, है ना? B system पे कितना pressure है, ER is really almost 8 घंटे दी wait है, and you mentioned that we treat complications, we don't prevent complications, right? So let's focus this time. जो last ਆਪਾਂ ਹੁਣੇ ਗੱਲ ਛੱਡੀ ਇਹੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਕਿ ਵੀ solution ਕੀ ਹੈ ਇਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ. Is it more hiring? Is it hiring right people? Is it hiring at right places? ਵੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਥੋੜਾ ਦੱਸੋ ਵੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ dietitians are like only in hospitals, you said. So some dietitians ਬਾਹਰ ਵੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਆ, ਸਾਨੂੰ physicians ਵੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਆ, and we need lifestyle physicians too.
So the solution to the overall, the long-term solution to both the stress on our system and the long-term solution to living a healthy lifestyle, right? If you are healthy, there's not going to be stress on our system.
Bilkul.
So the solution is to how do we get people to live healthy, right? And so the solution is promoting lifestyle, and that should be integrated into our healthcare system, so that doctors can speak to patients about their lifestyle and enroll them in certain programs that will actually change their lifestyle, where they have easy access to dietitians, easy access to health coaches who can coach the patient, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do in order to do that. So and the second layer of the solution is the public health system, public health policies in our schools. Children should be learning about what a healthy lifestyle is in school, so they can develop those habits when they're young, right? So good eating habits, exercise, and why exercise is important. They should have that knowledge at childhood, not when they're 65 years old and they had their first heart attack is when the first time they hear about, oh, this is how I should be eating. Or no, it should be implemented when you're young, right? This also falls on parents of young children. What they put in the cupboards in the kitchen, they're teaching their kids that this is okay to eat. Right? So that's the overall solution. So one of the fastest growing specialties now in the United States is a specialty called lifestyle medicine, right? And for the viewers, you can go to the American College of Lifestyle Medicine website, ACLM, for more information. And it's really doctors like myself who are trained in internal medicine, or family doctors, or dietitians, right? But what this college has put together is a 6-pillar formula to health. The number one pillar is your diet, your whole food. The diet should be whole food, majority plant-based diet. There's studies and literature, observational data out there in the science community that has shown that if you eat a whole food without sugar, added sugar, majority plant-based diet, you can reverse diabetes, you can reverse obesity, you could just live even mentally. It affects your depression, anxiety, just from changing your diet to whole food plant-based, right? The second pillar of lifestyle medicine is exercise. So going from zero exercise to any exercise changes your risk of heart attack, stroke, cancer significantly. Just going from zero exercise to any amount.
Right.
Okay? The sweet spot is 25 minutes of moderate intensity exercise a day. ਆਪਾਂ moderate intensity ਦਾ ਕੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈਗਾ? ਸਾਹ ਚੜਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ
ਜੀ।
ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੁਰਦੇ ਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੋਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ, ਪਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਗਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ. So you should be able to talk while you're exercising, but you should not be able to sing. that means you're doing moderate intensity. So if you can even do that 25 minute, ek din de vich, 5 din, hafte de vich. It's the same as being on a diabetic pill, as a blood pressure pill, the same risk reduction. Okay? So ek ho gaya sir diet di apan gal kar li, exercise di gal kar li. So any exercise above that 25 minute is bonus. But the health benefit is not as much as the 25 minutes. And 25 minutes is doable.
Yeah.
Okay? Right? ये दो चीजें अच्छा de-addiction. Half of the problems are because people smoke. It's what we do to ourselves.
Bilkul.
Half the problems are because of alcohol. Alcohol raises blood pressure. Alcohol causes liver disease. Alcohol causes obesity. You've heard of the term beer belly, right? Like, so alcohol is high in sugar. And amongst the healthcare problems, alcohol causes domestic problems too,
Bilkul.
right? So just getting rid of alcohol from your regimen, you improve your lifestyle and your health. Tobacco, right? Tobacco is horrible. We know it's linked to cancer. We know it's linked to heart disease. We know it's linked to stroke. We know if we can just get off of tobacco, we have changed our outlook, right? So de-addiction, that's the third pillar, right? The fourth pillar is stress management. There's two types of people. Some people, they have only one thing on their plate and they're, oh my God, stressed out. There's other people, they have 100 things on their plate, but they're just moving through life as it goes.
Right.
Right? So we know that stress causes disease. When you are stressed, your cortisol levels, your hormone levels in your body change. When your cortisol goes up, it's a stress hormone.
Right.
Right? It decreases your immune system. Right? It increases your chance of developing disease. Right? So stress management is the fourth pillar of lifestyle. How do we manage stress? Everyone has reasons to be stressed out, but the question is, how do you deal with that stress?
Right.
And that needs to be taught. Some people don't know how to do it.
Many people don't know how.
Many people don't know how to do it, right? A fourth pillar, right? The next pillar is sleep.
Right.
Sleep science is so vast. We know that a good night's sleep is important for your immune system function, right? We know if you're not sleeping enough, it's linked to heart attack and heart disease. We know that, right? And memory formation.
Bilkul.
Your body temperature depends on your sleep, right? So sleep is extremely, extremely important. That's another pillar of lifestyle, right? The last pillar is social engagement. If you are lonely, if you have no one to talk to, your chance of dying early goes up. Just because you are lonely.
Right.
The studies prove it. The more socially engaged you are, human beings are social animals. We need to talk to each other. We need to share our feelings. We need to, and that helps us live longer. You look at the people who lived into their hundreds, a lot of them were very, very happy, social people.
Right.
Nanaji, who passed away in February,
Definitely.
he made it this far because he was a very social person. He loved people, right? So social engagement. These are the 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine. Now, the question is, how do we deliver it? Does our current system deliver this? The last time you went to a doctor, did they try to deliver these 6 pillars? No. But we know that if a patient can succeed in all these 6 pillars, there should be no reason, well, unless you have a genetic abnormality or you go, there's some tragedy happens.
Right.
The baki karam di gal hegi ya jinne swas likhe hoye, but you should be able to live into your 90s. It's one thing to live into your 90s, but it's another thing to live into your 90s, a healthy 90s.
Bilkul.
Where you're walking, talking, no dementia, and you're still enjoying life. You can be into your 90s, but you could be bedbound and you're not walking. That's bakri gal. But there's no reason why, if you are living these 6 pillars, why you can't live into your 90s healthy.
But Doctor, so here comes the question. Why do you think it's not being implemented in the system? What are the challenges that you think are there?
Because governments design a system based on treating complications. The system was just designed, bihai bamar ho gaya, onu treat karo. Right? So the culture of the system is that. And also, in these 6 pillars, did I mention medication?
Surprisingly.
Does it take medication to exercise?
No.
Right? You can make an argument, yeah, sometimes some people need sleep medication. That's true. Right? But out of these 6 pillars, does it take medication to eat healthy? Right? There's no money in it. No drug company is going to fund a study that says aaj 6 cheezan karo. They're not going to fund a study that does it. There's no money in it.
No, but eventually, like you said, there might be some genetic abnormalities ਜਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਹੋਰ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਲਾਈਫਸਟਾਈਲ ਵੀ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਜਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਇੱਕ ਹੁਕਮ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਿਸਮਤ ਹੈ ਹਨਾ ਜੇ ਬੰਦਾ ਬਿਮਾਰ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੀ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਤਾਂ ਡਰੱਗ ਕੰਪਨੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਪੈਸਾ ਬਣਨਾ ਹੀ ਆ ਦੇ ਵਿਲ
ਬਣਨਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਘੱਟ ਬਣੂਗਾ. They're not going to fund a study, right? That says that. So what I'm trying to say is governments are going to have to realize we're chasing our own tail. They know that. The governments know that. We're chasing our own tail.
Right.
Right? That's all we're doing. We're not curing anything, right? And the population is growing, and the strain that is on our healthcare system today is going to continue until the obesity epidemic, something puts a dent in that epidemic. As long as that epidemic keeps going the way it's going, there's going to be more strain on the healthcare system. So at some point, someone's going to have to implement a strategy where we put lifestyle medicine as the approach to healthcare. But that takes a lot of money, and the benefits of that you're not going to see for some time ahead. And no politician is going to get reelected 10 years from now, 15 years now. Politicians, their vision is 4 years.
Especially in Brampton, where there are like 360,000 people to vote and only 80,000 come out to vote.
So, it's hard for even a politician who they're thinking, I need to get reelected in 4 years. If I put millions of dollars into something that's going to change everything in 15, 20 years, no one's going to remember me. By that time, I lost my election the next time around. So it's all of these things combined that's doing this.
I have a question that goes a little bit out of the lifestyle medicine. ਤੁਸੀਂ US ਤੋਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਡਾਕਟਰੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਤੇ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਪੋਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਬੁਲਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈਟਸ ਸੇ ਦੇ ਏਮ ਫॉर ਆਲਮੋਸਟ 500,000 population in next 5-10 years, right? Do you think ਉਹਨੇ ਡਾਕਟਰਸ ਟ੍ਰੇਨ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ?
So what's interesting is ਚਲੋ ਇਹ different ਗੱਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਥੋੜੀ ਜੀ so ਜਿਹੜੀ population ਆਪਾਂ ਬੁਲਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ they're students.
Yeah, students
majority are young
too, yeah.
but it's also young students, right? Those students are not going to use our healthcare system. They're bringing foreign money into the country. The government's smart, right? Like when they think about it, they're bringing foreign money. They have to pay double the price for education. They're hard workers. They're going to work they lifted the cap, 20-hour cap.
Yeah.
They lifted it now, right? They're working too hard. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਾਂ students ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਇੰਨੀ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ majority that ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਿਹਾ, right? They're working 2 jobs and they're studying, right? So they're helping the economy. They're going to have to pay that, but they're not really costing the system anything because they're not going to need the healthcare system until they're in their 50s, 60s. So it's a smart program that the government has designed. They're helping their economy now, and it's not costing them that. Now, when they go into their, later life, right? Then that's when, yes, it's gonna.
The reason I asked you that question was because number one question comes: are there enough individuals being trained? And the second question that completes my whole question is: are they being trained on these 6 principles or not? How many institutes are there that are actually teaching?
Very good question. So the American College of Lifestyle Medicine was only formed a couple of years ago. Right? So this is because, and it's the inertia of everything. It's almost like the end product of all the complications. We finally realize, you know what, we have to do this. Right? And so now it's the fastest growing specialty in the United States. What's happening is doctors are getting certified. Family doctors are getting certified in it. I myself am working on my certification for it. And it is going to become a growing field. Brampton de vich medical school hopefully
Hopefully.
within 2 years. The goal is there will be the entering class in 2025, right?
Okay.
And the most ideal scenario would be jera primary care program utte develop hoga, that it should be lifestyle medicine focused, right? And I hope to be a part of that, right? That these new doctors that are coming out, they should be coming out with the focus of lifestyle medicine. हाँ, दवाइयाँ दवांगे, complications आप treat करांगे, right? But the approach needs to be different.
Absolutely, क्योंकि यही मेरे दिमाग में आ रहा था, क्योंकि it looks very interesting topic, पर गल ये भी enough people and ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੋ ਵੀ rated ਉਹ ਵੀ there are they being trained on the right things or not, है ना? क्योंकि if let's say the strain ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ, ਹੁਣ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲੇ I was reading the other day in the newspaper कि ER ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ nurses is short staffed बहुत है, so there are not enough nurses there, right? End of the day I spoke to a couple of my mortgage clients as well. They are internationally trained nurses, but they are not able to complete their certifications and stuff, but they are still working as intermediate or PSWs just to step up and make their living out of it. So ਉਸ challenge ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ it's only doctors who can get into this institute, or they can be nurses,
health coaches, nurses, dietitians, anyone can get certified in lifestyle medicine. It's about educating ourselves. ਗੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੁੱਕਦੀ ਆ, right? Like ਭਾਵੇਂ certification ਹੋਵੇ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪ ਮਰੀਜ਼ ਜੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, we can study lifestyle medicine as a patient.
Oh, is it so?
Yeah, you should be able to just go to the website and learn what should you be eating. What is the data behind exercise? What is that, right? So, this is the future. It's early, but this is the future, and this is the way. I've been doing this for 20 years now. Where same old thing. ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਵੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ. ਗੱਲ ਐਦਾਂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. I've seen everything pretty much. Right? But it makes you realize what can we do differently, right? And now like ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਖੁੱਲੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, right? ਵੀ ਐਦਾਂ medicine practice ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ. Let me give you another example. ਮੇਰਾ ਮਰੀਜ਼, she was about 45 years old. Hospital ਆਈ, blood sugars are in the 20s, liver tests are elevated, and high blood pressure. She never had these diagnoses before. She comes to the hospital. She has now 3 new diagnoses. I had to tell her, look, you have high blood pressure, your liver enzymes, you have a fatty liver, and you have diabetes. ਇਹ 3 ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ hospitalization ਤੋਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ news ਹੈ ਦਿੱਤੀ. ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਆ ਲੈ, these are your medications. I started her on 1 blood pressure pill. I started her on 2 diabetic pills, okay, as a cholesterol medication. I said, look, now, the old me would have said, here are your pills, follow up with your family doctor. And I would have said, you should lose some weight and maybe eat right. Utte gal muk jani si. But the new me said, wait a second. Dawaiyan ta main de raha, but the root cause is her weight.
Right.
Weight da kine karna hai. Right? So I gave her the medicines. She had tears in her eyes. And niya dawaiyan mainu de gaye. Right? I said, listen, this is the bandage, but I promise you, if you listen to what I have to tell you, I will take you off these same medications and we will cure your diabetes, your fatty liver, and your blood pressure, where you won't need to take any medicines anymore. And we could do it within 3 to 6 months. But you have to be motivated. I said, I can steer the car for you, but you have to push the gas.
Sure.
If you're not motivated, then I can't help you. Right? Now, she happened to be a motivated one. She says, Dr. Mangat, I will do anything you tell me to do to reverse this. I said, okay, follow up in the clinic. I put her on a whole food, majority plant-based diet. I put her on intermittent fasting regimen where she gets to choose a window of eating, 3-4 hour window of eating, and outside of that she eats nothing. Okay. I put her on 25 minutes of moderate intensity exercise 5 out of 7 days a week, right? We talked about these things. And the next time I saw her 3 months later, her diabetes was reversed. She's lost 25 pounds.
Wow.
Her liver test, I rechecked them, they're normal now. And I took her off both the diabetic medications. And her blood pressure is normalized, and she's off the blood pressure medication now too. And now I'm working on the cholesterol pill. The next time I see her, I'm going to recheck her diabetic levels. And then now when I saw her, I continued the regimen, right? And I fine-tuned it a little bit more about the lifestyle. So she's doing the lifestyle. She's curing herself. All I did was I guided her, but she cured herself.
Right.
That's what it takes. How many doctors will do? This is not me being a special person. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to act like I'm some special person here. No. This is the way medicine should be practiced.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? The second example I'll give you. A patient I saw 3 months ago came to the hospital. She's about 350 pounds. Okay? She came in with a leg infection. The infection went into the blood and it caused an abscess in her spine.
Oh.
Pus pocket, right? And she's also on oxygen because she's so overweight that her lungs can't even do this. So her oxygen level is always low. So she's on oxygen, okay? So the old me, and pretty much most doctors, the way our system allows us to do, in the hospital, you just want to get the patient out as soon as possible, right? Like you're just trying to treat the complication. So yeah, we gave her, antibiotics, the abscess got better. And most of the time at that point, you would say, okay, the antibiotics, your infection is treated, you're good to go, follow up with a family doctor, right? But here I'm thinking, wait a second. The whole reason she had this leg infection was because she had a break in the skin. The bacteria entered. Why did she have the break in the skin? Because her veins aren't working in her legs. Why are her veins not working in her legs? Because she's 350 pounds. Why is she on oxygen? Because she's 350 pounds. So if I just treat this infection now, it's just going to happen again unless we tackle what is the root here. The root is her weight. So I tried to convince her in the hospital. I said, listen, we need to do this. No. I like my food. I like my meals. No, it's okay. I said, no, but I said, look, the whole reason you're in this situation is because of your weight.
Because of the weight, yeah.
Right? No. But I convinced her to leave one follow-up appointment with me. She had to see me anyway because I was giving her the antibiotics. So, even though she didn't want to see me, she had to see me.
Taking away her food, eh?
Yeah. So then I saw her. She came with her sister. And yeah, the antibiotic I gave her, said, oh, the infection's getting better. I said, but remember, the root cause of this is your weight. So the second visit, I'm hitting her with that. We can do this. You just tell me when, and I can guide you. No, doctor, no, I can't. I can't even walk. It's just, like my knees hurt me, this and that, and da. Like, okay, all right, I'll see you in a month. Right? See her again for the antibiotic to take out the line.
Oh.
For the 6-week antibiotics to take that out, right? This time Monday, I mentioned it again. I go, it's your weight. So she's like, okay, I'm ready. There you go. It took 3 visits to convince her. I put her on a regimen. She's lost 75 pounds.
Wow.
She has lost 75 pounds. Okay? And it's all by her own doing. She's just following what I told her. Be as window the khana hai, and then right? And my hope is that she continues to do it. I'll see her again. I think I'm seeing her in 3 weeks or something. And then we will see. She's probably would have lost even more weight by that time. And there will be come a time where we can get her off the oxygen, because the oxygen level will get normal if she's losing weight, right? So, but it took a lot of energy for me to do that.
Last question. How sustainable it is?
Yeah, so that's a very, very good question. So the fad diets are not sustainable. You know, how long are you going to tell someone pizza nahi khana? How long, the South Beach diet, this diet, you'll lose the weight in 3 months, but most people, right? So the goal of lifestyle medicine is to change your lifestyle so that it is permanent, right? So if you change your lifestyle and we can get you to do that, then it is permanent. You're changing your DNA, you're changing your cravings, right? So yes, it takes a motivated patient, but if you're motivated, it can happen. And sometimes patients just need a little motivation, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, it is what it is. Like, you know, we are, you know, at Brampton, for whoever is watching the show, if you live here in the Greater Toronto area, there is, like, I myself am involved in a lifestyle medicine clinic that we are starting. It's very, very the beginnings of it. And you know, what happens in this clinic, and this is the way it should be practiced. What happens in this clinic is, before you even see the doctor, you've already spoken to a dietitian for half an hour, and it's no cost to the patient. Half of the hesitation is the cost. No cost to the patient. You see a dietitian, they will in detail go through your diet, devise some SMART goals. Then I see you right after, and then I coach you through the process. And then then we find, what is the hurdle? Is the hurdle the patient's work schedule? Is that why they can't do this? Are they depressed? If they're depressed, then we get you to see a psychologist that's trained in lifestyle medicine, or a psychiatrist trained in lifestyle medicine. If depression is the issue, right? Is the issue knee pain? Maybe that's why they're not exercising 25 minutes. Then we tackle the knee pain, but our goal is to get them to exercise 25 minutes. So we keep touching base with a patient, find what is the hurdle, and our goal is that.
Personal experience, 90% times it will be motivation.
Motivation, yeah.
Sangat ji, it's getting to a point where, let me come back to Punjabi. Sangat ji, ਉੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਰਹੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਿ will issues है गया, है ना, motivation issues है गया. Personally, Dr. Saab has been telling me as well to lose weight.
एक joke है जी, motivation.
Motivation. So motivation बहुत है, motivation घाट है. So let's make it a motto that we need to lose weight. So you know, that was much needed, है ना? So we'll bring back you to episode, and we'll bring back you to a new information series. Maybe Dr. Saab ne jiਵੇਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ, he's being involved in one of the.
We can give the clinic information, right?
Yeah, once let's open it, and then we'll
no, we're already taking virtuals.
Okay.
So like the clinic is taking virtual consultations through video or phone in the meantime, while we're and the actual physical clinic will be up in mid-December. So in about 6 or renovations are there, right? But you can get your family doctor to refer you to the clinic. It's called Aroga. You can go to aroga.com. Aroga means Sanskrit for bina rog. Aroga, AROGA.com. You can go to the website, and there's plenty of material. There are educational materials about your nutrition, about exercise, about living healthy. If it is something that you want to change your diet, you want to change your lifestyle, you can get your family doctor to refer you there. I think you can download the form, the referral form on the website. So you just go to self-refer the Brampton the ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ clinic ਹੈਗਾ ਆ. You can download the referral form, go to your family doctor, they can refer you. The other way is simply just email care@aroga.com. ਉੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ email ਭੇਜੋ, say I want to go to the clinic, and then someone from Aroga will contact you and tell you how to do that. So it's care, CARE, @aroga.com. Right? ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ like other information ਏਦਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ as you know, like ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਦੀ ਫੇਸਬੁੱਕ
ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਚਾਹ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਪੂਰਾ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਅਰੋਗਾ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਨੈਕਸਟ
ਹਾਂ ਕਰ ਲਾਂਗੇ
and let's do another show on this, and plus the updates we'll have Dr. Saab to put on his Facebook page. So I would request ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿੰਨੇ more information ਲੈਣੀ Dr. Saab ਦੇ Facebook page ਨੂੰ like ਕਰੋ, follow ਕਰੋ,
ਤੇ Instagram ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਹੈਗਾ Sainting Dr. Deepy Singh. Instagram ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਹੋਰ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਲਾਈਕ ਇਹ ਮਕਸਦ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਸ ਪੇਜ ਦਾ।
ਸੋ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਪੇਜ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੋ, ਦੋਨੋਂ ਪੋਸਟ ਤੇ ਇੰਸਟਾਗ੍ਰਾਮ ਐਂਡ ਫੇਸਬੁੱਕ। ਟਵਿੱਟਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਮਸਕ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਆ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਆਪਾਂ
ਟਵਿੱਟਰ ਦਾ ਹਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਾਬਾ ਜੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਦਿਸ ਟਾਈਮ।
ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਆਗਿਆ ਲੈਣੇ ਆ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਅਣਮੁੱਲੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਭੇਜਿਆ ਕਰੋ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਜਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਟੌਪਿਕਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਵਰ ਕਰਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਮੈਂਟਸ ਲੀਵ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਹਦੇ ਤੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਇਨਕਰੇਜਮੈਂਟ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੈ, ਹਾਲਾਸ਼ੇਰੀ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਆ। ਸੋ ਵੀ ਰੀਅਲੀ ਐਪਰੀਸ਼ੀਏਟ ਵੈਨ ਯੂ ਲੀਵ ਯੋਰ ਫੀਡਬੈਕ। ਸੋ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਇਜਾਜ਼ਤ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ, ਸਮਾਂ ਇਜਾਜ਼ਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇ ਰਿਹਾ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ,
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।